everyone, Nightfoxx here, welcoming you back to another Tech Tuesday video. This week we dive in and discuss how to turn that boring single commentary video into a dual commentary one. Nice eyebrows. Thanks. Join us as we figure out 3 different ways to add dual commentary into your videos. Remember, if you'd like to reference this video in the future, there will be links provided in the description below to allow you to jump to specific points in the video. Join us. Okay, so now that we are on my computer, the first thing I'm going to do is show you one way to record a Skype call itself using a Skype recording program. And there are plenty of them out there. Keep in mind, some of them are going to be a paid version. The one I'm actually going to be showing you today is a free version with the option to upgrade to a pro version later. But we're going to be using the free version right now. What you're going to need to do is go to the internet, and we're actually going to need to type in a website called voipcallrecording.com, and I'm going to put a link down in the description so you can have that for reference later on. But you're basically going to come over to a program called Mp3 Skype Recorder, and you'll see a download button right here on the page. We're just going to click it and download it, and once it's downloaded, all we have to do is just click it and open it, and we're just going to run the install. And once it's done install, we're going to go ahead and click finish, and we should be able to open up the program and work on the configurations of it. So it should look something similar to this right here once you open it up. We're only going to need to maybe look at a couple of different settings here that we're going to need to change just to make sure that it does what it's supposed to. So the first thing you need to worry about is the recording's destination folder. And I actually like to keep mine on the desktop, that way I can easily access it immediately after the Skype call is done and the recording's done, that way I know where it is. You can put it in, like if you have a recording folder or something like that, you can put it in there. All you have to do is just click on it and change it to the specified location. The other thing that you have to worry about is the notification settings. You don't have to have these turned on. I like to have them turned on, that way I am for sure knowing that the recording is going on and when it starts and stops and stuff like that. That way we don't have any weird issues with it getting cut off at a weird time during the recording. Then the final recording option that we need to worry about is the stereo mode here. You have the recording settings. Underneath the mode, we probably want to change it to mono. And the reason that you want to do this is because if you leave it as stereo, whenever you play back the recording, one person will be in one headphone and the other person will be in the other headphone, and I've had some issues with that in the past, people saying they didn't like that happened. So if you do with mono, then the whole conversation will be playing in both headphones at the same time instead of on one side or the other. So this is good to go. We can leave this up kind of in the background. The other thing that we're going to need to do is on Skype. So if we pull up my Skype information, it says here it appears that you're using the Mp3 Skype Recorder with the Skype program. If you're opening this up for the first time after you've installed the Mp3 Skype Recorder, it's going to actually ask you to accept to allow this program to be used alongside with the Skype. So you'll just click accept, and then this message will appear and you won't have to worry about it anymore. So the final thing that you're going to need to do is go to Tools and Options. And here's something that I want you to be aware of. As you can see here, my microphone is all the way up to high. If somebody in a Skype call for some reason is a lot higher, a lot louder in the recording, you can actually lower their voice, or if yours is automatically lower and theirs is higher, you can actually raise yours as well. So that's a setting, that's a way you can actually kind of play around with the volume control on different parties. But that's pretty much all there is to it. So let's go ahead and move this out of the way. And let's go over some pros and cons with this. So obviously it's pretty simple to use, it's pretty easy to set up, and it's great for commentaries with more than 2 people. The problem is, once you have done the recording, you can't really customize specific channels, specific people's voices and such, so there's not really much customization you can do, and it's a little bit lower quality because it's just a free program for Mp3 Skype recording. So those are cons, but overall it's a great program. What we're going to do now, I'm actually going to make a call to a good friend of mine, so let's go ahead and do that really quick. So I'm just going to pull up my Skype here, and we're going to give our good friend Joker2039 a call. Hello, Joker. How are you doing today?
Ice is good.
Ice is good. Okay, guys, and if you see down at the bottom, you will see where the recorded recording started. Notification just showed up. That's to let you know that the recording is working. If you have any questions, you can actually come here and see where it says recording a call. And that will tell you that everything's good to go. So Joker, we need to sync up our audio real quick. And since we're all doing this on one thing, all I have to do is sync up mine, and our audios will be synced for both of us. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, Joker. 4, 5, yes. So how you doing today, Joker? Is everything going good? Nice sunglasses.
Yeah. Good.
I like
am I wearing
sunglasses? You are wearing sunglasses.
Is that why it's kind of darker? Everything just...
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
But that's all the time we got for this sample recording, so I'll see you later, Joker. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Alright, and so then we go over, we hang up, and once we hang up, we should see that the recording is finished, and because we have it saving to our desktop, it should actually save a file, an audio file, right here on the desktop. And what I suggest is we go ahead and click and rename it. You can rename it to pretty much anything you want to. It's just so we can actually keep tabs of what is going to be going there. So I'm just going to rename it real quick to Test 1 with Joker. There we go. And that's all there is to it. So let's go ahead and jump into the second way of how to do a dual audio recording. Alright, so I've showed you one way, so let's go ahead and do another way to do a dual commentary. And this way is probably my favorite way to record big group conversations within a Skype call recording. So if you have more than 2 people in a Skype call, or if you have more than 2 people in a commentary on your videos, you'll probably want to use this way if you feel you're up to it. Now keep in mind there's a little bit more involved in setup, and that's kind of a con with this, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and dive into it. So the first thing that we're going to need is a program called Audacity. And you can just go ahead and do a search for it on Audacity. It's on audacityteam.org. It's a free audio recording software. All we got to do is just click the download Audacity 2.1.1. Let it go ahead and download. And once it's downloaded, we're going to go ahead and install it. Alright, and once it's installed, we can just click finish. It should automatically open up, so we see it right here. So we're going to kind of keep this in the background. I'm just going to minimize it for now. We're going to need that here in just a minute. We actually need to get another piece of software really quick. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to a website called voicemeter.com. And for those that have been following my Tech Tuesday, you should know a little bit about this site already, a little bit about this software program, because this software program also allows you to do dual commentary in streams, as well as add music to your streams as well. So we're on the Voicemeter software page here. All we have to do is go down a couple of spaces, and you should see right here where it has the Voicemeter software. Click the download now button, and it should actually go ahead and download it. Once it's downloaded, you just open it and run the install. So it should pop this up. Just click install, and it should install the audio program. There we go. And so the installation has been complete. We will have to reboot the system after we do this to finalize the installation. But before we do that, we've got to install one more thing here. So let's go back to the Voicemeter software page. Up at the top, you'll see a little tabs over here. And we're going to go to the virtual audio cable section here. And we're going to scroll down a little ways, about a quarter of the web page here. And you should see install the VB cable virtual audio device driver. So we'll click the download button, and it should pop up with the download here. And once that's done, you'll be able to pull up a zipped folder. So we'll need to extract it really quickly. Let's just extract it to the desktop. That way I know where it is. Extract it. There we go. And we have everything pulled up here, and you should be able to scroll and find the VB cable setup. As you can see, there's 2 different ones here. One is for a 32-bit operating system, and the other one is for a 64-bit. Whatever operating system your computer is running is the one that you will need to download. So in my case, I'm using the 64-bit. I'm going to right-click and run it as administrator. Since this is a driver, it will have to rewrite it in the registry, and if you don't have admin privileges, it's not going to let you do it. So let's go ahead and install the driver. Should take just a minute, and again, it'll come up saying that we need to reboot the system. So we've got all the programs downloaded that we need for this version of the dual commentary. I'm going to do a quick restart really fast, and I'll come back and show you what we need to do from there. Okay, so now that we've restarted the computer, let's go ahead and configure what we're going to need to do for this setup of dual commentary. So what we're going to need, you're going to need to open up your Audacity first off, and then the second program you're going to need is your voice meter program. Now keep in mind you won't have to keep your Audacity up. You can actually minimize it after you start, but you'll probably want to keep this one up and running the entire time. So what we're going to do here, you need to actually go through, if this is the first time opening this up, all these settings will be different. They won't be the saved ones, so you'll probably need to go through and configure each setting. So let's go down to the hardware one, which is your mic, and you're going to need to click your microphone. Now there's a WDM version and an MME version. Those are just codecs. I recommend the WDM unless for some reason your computer has a specific type of sound card that actually requires the MME. The best way to test that out is try the WDM, and if it doesn't work, then it's the MME version. So we've got my microphone selected. The second thing we're going to need to select is the cable output virtual driver that we actually installed before we did the restart. So that's going to it's going to need to be the cable output. Again, there's an MME version and a WDM. 95% of the time it is the WDM, so we're going to use that as well. And this last thing over here is your speakers. This is what the hardware is going to be listening to. So if you want to still hear your people in the Skype call, if you have headphones in, or if you use your computer speakers, or if you have like a headset, you'll need to click the A1 and choose which thing you're using. So in my case, I'm using my headset, so that's what we're going to do. So this is all ready to go and everything. If you go over to Audacity, what we're going to need to do is underneath the microphone setting right here, you're going to need to click the down arrow, and you should see where it says voice meter output. That is what we're going to use, because basically all this voice meter software does is it takes multiple channels, puts it all into one channel, and sends it out to another source, in this case Audacity. So that's how it's going to allow us to record multiple things and put it all on one item for us to have for later. So the final thing that you're going to need to do is actually on Skype itself. So if you'll go to your Skype, go to Tools, and then go to Options, you'll go to Audio Settings right here, and underneath Speakers, we're going to click the down arrow and go to Cable Input, and we're going to click Save. And so the input was there, the output comes here. So when I make a Skype call, you should see their levels going up and down, and if it is, you know everything is working properly. So from this point, we should be ready to go, ready to start the recording. Keep in mind that you want to keep the A and B both on. The A's allow you to hear it in your personal headphones, and the B's allow you to hear it in the recording itself. So if for some reason during the recording you wanted to maybe mute what the conversation was happening and you wanted to talk to your audience one-on-one, you can actually uncheck both of these, and you can talk, and nobody else will be able to hear what is going on in the Skype chat. Keep in mind, if you do that, you probably want to mute your Skype chat. That way the Skype call doesn't know what you're saying in your video. So what I'll do a test recording real quick, and I'll show you what I mean. Let me go ahead and just pull up the Skype thing again. I'll give my good friend Joker another call, and we'll see what he's up to now. And I'm also going to press the record button, and you can see my audio being picked up right now. Joker, you want to say something?
I am wet because I'm in the fountain.
Oh, see, okay, and there it is. It picked up his audio as well, so everything's good. You can actually move the dials up and down and kind of let you know what you want to do for if you're too loud or if you're too soft. You can move their audios to either decrease or increase somebody's volume and stuff like that. So that can be done from right here. Also, Joker, we need to go ahead and sync up again, since we are doing a dual commentary all on one. I don't have to sync you, all I have to do is sync me. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, and we are synced, ready to go. My recording and your recording all are synced and good. That's nice and easy. So, Joker, do you wanna tell me a story about your day?
Well, once upon a time, a Joker woke up on a morning and he was very tired.
So this is a point where basically I can sit here and talk while he's talking. He can't hear me, and I can hear him. If I didn't want to hear him, I can actually turn that off and turn this off, and I can talk while he's still talking, but you can't hear the recording. So this is another way to actually customize the recording. Let's go ahead and just jump back in and see what he's doing. Okay, did you hear anything I just said?
No.
Okay, perfect. Great. Okay, so that is the second sample recording. Let's go ahead and dive in. Oh. Okay then. Well, good night. Good night, Joker. We'll see you in just a minute. Alright, so that is the second sample recording here, and we're going to go ahead and jump into the final way right now, so let's go ahead and do that. Oh, actually, before we start on the last one, there's one thing we need to do, and that's to export the audio. Now keep in mind, since we are in Audacity, we actually do have a few options available to us to maybe change the effects and take out white noise, or do any other kind of effects using the effects button. We can do that right in the Audacity program, but once you're satisfied with the recording, you're just going to go ahead and export the audio. We're going to name it, I'm going to name it Test 2 with Joker, and we're going to save it to the desktop. It'll save. That's all we need to do. Let's go ahead and jump into the third and final way on how to do a dual commentary. So the third way that you can do a dual commentary recording is for all parties to use Audacity. So basically what would happen is you would record your audio, and whoever was on the video with you in the commentary would actually record their own audio as well using Audacity. The benefits of this is that you have the best quality, you don't have any weird loss or any white noise that can sometimes come from a Skype call, and it allows you to customize each person's recording. So if for some reason you have 3 people and one of those 3 people has a lot of white noise on their end, you can actually isolate that one person and fix their audio using like the effects and stuff up here, whereas you can't do that on the other ones. And then the final way, of course, is it's easy to set up because you just open up one program, you hit record, and you go. So let's go ahead and figure out what we're going to need to do. We've got the Audacity program open here. We need to select our mic. Now, since it was the voice meter last time, we will just need to do the our microphone for our specific thing here, and we are good to go. That's all there is to it. You just hit record, and that's it. Now, afterwards, of course, you'll have everybody send you the files, and you'll have to sync it up to your video, and I'll show you how to do all that pretty quickly. Now, I must mention that if you do have a recording session with, say, 3 or more people, having everybody send you audio files for that specific recording can get a little involved and put a lot more work on you, in which case that's why I like to use the second option or the first option to record like the whole conversation all at once. So let's go ahead, we've got all the settings here, let's go ahead and make another call, and I'll show you what we need to do to make this work. So let me pull down the Skype thing one last time, and we're going to call our Joker friend. I'm also going to press record really quickly, and we can see that my audio is recording. Hello, Joker, how are you?
I am good.
Everything's still going okay? Alright, so this is how we're basically going to do this. As you can see, the Audacity is working on my end, but if I be quiet and Joker talks,
howdy,
you can see that nothing actually shows up, nothing registers him talking on my end here. So basically what we're doing, I'm recording my end, he is recording his end using Audacity as well. So let's go ahead and do some syncing up. I've got 1, 2, 3, and then Joker, you have to do yours now, so go ahead.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, perfect. So basically what's going to happen from this point is when we get done with the recording, he's going to save his Audacity file, send it to me, and then I am actually going to line up his Audacity file to the video with him going 1, 2, 3, beating up, punching the flowers in the face because they're dead to him. And yeah, so that's how we'll line up his recording, sync it up to my audio, and everything will be good to go. So let's go ahead and hop off here really quickly, and I'll show you what we need to do on the computer end after the recording is done with. So from here, what we're going to do, we're going to hang up with Joker, and Joker is going to save and export his Audacity file that he just got through recording, and he's going to drag and drop it onto Skype, and we should see it here in just a second. And there it is. Alright, so while this is downloading, make sure that you actually have your Audacity file saved onto the desktop, much like we did with the other ones. And once that's done with, we can actually drag and drop his audio recording onto our desktop as well, and we can upload it to our video editor to put into our video. Now at the end of this video, I'm actually going to show all 3 clips to give you a side-by-side comparison. That's going to be it for us this Tech Tuesday. I hope that you were able to find this video helpful. All of the download links to the programs I used in today's video can be found in the description. Remember, if you have any questions, comments, or if you'd like to make a suggestion for another Tech Tuesday video, please leave a comment below. Until next time, stay foxy, everybody. We will see you all later. Bye! So Joker, we need to sync up our audio real quick. And since we're all doing this on one thing, all I have to do is sync up mine, and our audios will be synced for both of us. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, Joker. 4, 5, yes. So how you doing today, Joker? Is everything going good? Nice sunglasses.
Yeah. Good.
I like
Oh,
his
am I wearing sunglasses?
You are wearing sunglasses.
Is that why it's kind of darker? Everything just...
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
But that's all the time we got for this sample recording, so I'll see you later, Joker. Bye.
Bye.
Also, Joker, we need to go ahead and sync up again since we are doing a dual commentary all on one. I don't have to sync you, all I have to do is sync me, so I'll go 1, 2, 3, and we are synced, ready to go. My recording and your recording all are synced and good. That's nice and easy. So, Joker, do you wanna tell me a story about your day?
Well, once upon a time, a joker woke up on a morning, and he was very tired.
So this is a point where basically I can sit here and talk while he's talking, and he can't hear me, and I can hear him. If I didn't want to hear him, I can actually turn that off and turn this off, and I can talk while he's still talking, but you can't hear the recording. So this is another way to actually customize the recording. Let's go ahead and just jump back in and see what he's doing. Okay, did you hear anything I just said?
No.
Okay, perfect. Great. Okay, so that is the second sample recording. Let's go ahead and dive in. Oh. Okay then. Well, good night. Good night, Joker. We'll see you in just a minute. On my end, but if I be quiet and Joker talks,
howdy.
You can see that nothing actually shows up, nothing registers him talking on my end here. So, basically what we're doing, I'm recording my end, he is recording his end, using Audacity as well. So let's go ahead and do some syncing up. I've got 1, 2, 3, and then Joker, you have to do yours now, so go ahead.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, perfect.